All month long, we've been introducing you to inspirational women who are winners of the YWCA Tribute Awards.
And today is no exception. Karen Kaashoek leads Catherine's Health Center, a nonprofit community-based health facility dedicated to serving low-income, uninsured families and individuals.
She's this year's Tribute Award winner for sports, fitness, and wellness.
My oldest son is a survivor. In April of this year, he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So he came home from Michigan State several weeks before school was done in order to begin treatment here in town. And he had 2 months of chemo, followed by a month of radiation every day. And just last week, we received the news that he is in remission. I never could imagine at 24 years old having that type of a life-changing thing thrown into my life and handling it with the grace and the strength and the wonderful positive attitude that he has. This is the most challenging job that I've ever had in my life. I've been required to stretch beyond things I ever expected I would be able to do, but it's the most fulfilling thing that I've ever done. I heard a quote once, and I don't know who said this originally, but it was something in the effect of that a vocation is when a deep gladness in your heart intersects with a great need in the world. And I think that I speak not just for myself, but I think I speak for all of the people who work at Catherine's and in other organizations like this, that there's a sense of being part of something that's bigger than what you can just do yourself when you're able to come together with an organization and really make a difference. And I think there's that connectedness that one feels when you're able to work together with others to really feel like you're making a difference. And I talked about that before in terms of I don't feel like I can impact global warming or poverty in the world or world hunger, but I can impact right here in this community, in the people that walk through the door, in the other staff members and volunteers that come here. We impact each other, and I think that sense of connection and of being together, you can do more than any one of you can do alone.
Karen Kaashoek is here with us today. What an incredible journey. We were just talking to you a little bit about just the year that you've had.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. So you look back there, and what has it taught you? I know sometimes I try to turn negative situations into positive ones, and obviously you had a struggle with your family. What has it really taught you in the process of going through that?
Oh boy, you can make the plans that you have, but you never know what's going to happen, and you just have to be ready to jump in and do what you need to do in the face of something like that.
Did it make your the work that you do in any way different or even more meaningful, because you are such an advocate for people who may not have the access that your family would have had already in that kind of a situation?
Well, it's ironic in that I've spent the last decade of my life working to secure health services for people who were uninsured or underinsured, and during the time when my son was diagnosed and treated, he was actually considered to be underinsured because of the type of insurance policy we had. And so it really brought out to our family what it's like to try to access health care if you don't have the resources that we did.
So what has it been like working with Catherine's Health Center? You've been there 13 years. You've really seen an evolution of sorts. What kinds of things have you been able to do?
Well, it really has, it's stressed upon me that health is something that's so precious. And when the economy's bad and people lose jobs, and they might lose their house or their car, and they get those back when the economy is better. If you lose your health because you're not able to take care of yourself, you don't have your medications, a diabetic, for instance, could lose their vision or have a limb amputated. When the economy rebounds, those things don't come back. And so it's so important, I think, that we make sure that we give people access to health all the time.
And you have a big move coming up here. Why don't you take everybody through what the transition is going to be here, because we really have some important reminders to people who are served by your organization.
Sure. We are going to be moving into our new facility early in January. It's been a long journey toward this, but we're almost ready to do that. We are going to be, this week is the last week we'll be actually seeing patients for routine things in the clinic. So we're asking everybody who needs to have refills or appointments scheduled to call this week and get those taken care of. We'll actually be closed next week for packing, and then the first week of January we'll be moving into the new place, hopefully opening on January 10.
Wonderful. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
I mean, obviously, you're going into a new place, hopefully be able to serve more people that need it.
Absolutely.
Because we know the need is growing.
Yes.
And thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you.
It is really incredible. We sat at that luncheon and listened to all the stories, and I had tears in my eyes when I was watching yours, because I so identified and connected with you as a mom and as somebody who has spent her life trying to make things better for people who are in need. And so you're quite an inspirational woman.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Your all-access pass to everything West Michigan.